So this is a bit just kind of thought processing. Some people actually believe in this world that they're better than other people in various given situations, but I just want to let you know, no one is better than you. Like anybody who thinks that they're better than someone else, or like they deserve more than someone else, they're wrong on a stick. Like I'm just telling you this right now. Like I just feel like, okay, just know that in your mind. Like if somebody ever makes you feel like, because I have always been in situations like in my life, because I'm more subdued, where like the more outgoing type of people, they'll kind of like they want to play hegemony with you, where they want to make you feel like, oh well, they're more important, they're better. Anybody who does that doesn't know their humble pie, and they really should think more, because nobody, like, look, I'm not saying you can't earn something for yourself or achieve something yourself, but just anybody that in any given situation ever tries to make someone feel like, well, they see something better or they react better to a situation, is simply not true. The thing is, they don't get how, they miss out on how wonderful it is that you can see things and, or like view things, and then once you find that out about someone, that they've looked down upon you in a certain way, you just don't, like, to me, it makes me think, you can never have a real conversation with people like that, because they're just very self-focused, and you just move on and you're like, okay. See, anybody that ever tells me like, oh, I don't care very much about what other people think, that's fine and all if you want to just go live in a cave and you don't want to interact with human society. And this is one thing I think right now, like with the whole thing going on, like I hope people start thinking you should care what other people think sometimes. I'm not saying like you need to alter your own life for other people, but any time that I hear somebody say, well, I can just do whatever I want, blah, blah, blah. No, you know what? If you're doing things and your actions hurt other people, you're in the wrong, because you need to do no harm, you know? But at the end of the day, like, I have to think myself through. Like, I know the way I see things is very good. Like, if I've ever, like, even now, like, in recent times, I've had people try to make me think, well, the way I see something's not consistent and it's not good, but that's not true. I'm super consistent, and I'm super calm, and I'm super good at how I see things. So I don't let people like put me down that way. So if anybody ever puts me down that way, I'm thinking, well, okay, it gives you all the information you ever needed to know. Somebody like that's never going to be a truly empathetic person. And you can just be like, okay, whatever. Good luck with that. But yeah, so I think you can do things for yourself. You can earn things for yourself. You can achieve things for yourself. But you can't do it just by, rolling over other people, so to speak, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, it's just a thought as I detangle my hair. You have to love yourself 127%. You have to love the way you think. communication is everything. Anybody that even leaves you in the lurch, who acts like you're a second-class citizen in any way, that person is not worth your time of day. I see the light because I don't put up with being treated like a second-class citizen. If somebody thinks so lowly of me, I think 100% lower of them. You know? It's just that easy, and you're not a good person. Like, you run across a lot of people in society that are just for themselves. And that's their misfortune. They'll never learn. Like, I don't know, just, like, people I've talked to in the past, like, they'll be like, what's your problem today? Like, but then at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? I kind of just don't say anything. I go away and leave people alone. Like, when they do that, I'm like, okay, whatever. You're so enamored with yourself. Like, some people love themselves to the bits, and you'll learn that fast. Like, you idolize yourself on an altar. Good. I hope you make a marble bust of yourself, like on Magnificent Century, where Ibrahim Pasha makes a bust of himself. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he literally wanted people to worship him. I think there's some people, it's all about them. And, like, because I can think to, like, situations where you interact with somebody like that, where they might say some nice things, but they would always let you know that they were better in a way, or they saw things better in a way. So anybody that ever tells me that the way they see things is better, that's all you ever need to know. I'm like, oh, you have zero respect for me. Okay, thank you. And just move on with your day. Such people, they're not nice. And that's all you need to know. Being nice is better than everything. And if you can't be nice, if you can't be good, if you can't be consistent, like, once you show, like, when I notice somebody's not consistent or something, it's funny because I don't know, I don't even care anymore. I just need to leave. Like, I just left such people alone in the past, but I guess I always want to let people know, if somebody ever makes you feel like you're not as good as, like, just know that they didn't think much of you, and think about it. Do you like how that feels? Does it feel good? Not really. So, delete that person from your mind. It can be hard, but just do it, because there are better people coming your way. I actually met somebody recently online on the TikTok thing, and surprisingly lives locally, and I'm like, So, I don't know. It's another possibility. It's so much better than a dating app, because he actually likes 80s music, and he's been sending me, like, these really nice messages, and I'm like, yes, I can see the difference. This is somebody that would actually court me. So I'm done, like, with all stupid situations where somebody wouldn't put me on a pedestal or treat me well. I'm just like, no, thank you. make you feel at all times? This is how you have to think about like all friendships. At all times. Does somebody make you feel pretty crappy? Like, think about it. And they take no accountability for it. Yeah. And I started to think, like, if somebody's willing to do that, they have no thought for you. They think about themselves. And like, okay, boring on a stick. Like, I really can realize how boring someone is when, like, they did that. Like, in the past, I'd be like, oh, well, like, why are they acting that way? And I'm like, you know what? They're not treating me like silver and gold. So, do you want to be treated better? Just leave them alone. Like, because, you know, a person like that, when somebody shows you that they can't treat you nicely, they've shown you, like, what they think about you. So you just walk away and you forget about it. It's so simple pot. Is it confusing? Not really, because you realize, whatever. If somebody can just, like, okay, it can be confusing because you'll be like, oh, one day you're talking to me all nice and telling me that, like, these great things, but then you, like, you kind of look beneath the surface and think, did they say one or two things that were kind of insulting about you? Yeah, they did. So, probably the nice stuff they said was a game because they wanted to, like, I don't know what they want. They want company, they want attention in that one moment in time. But then all of a sudden, when they don't want it anymore, you know, or they're just busy doing their own thing, like, oh, you're a hassle. Like, I just want to help people realize if somebody ever makes you feel less than, don't idolize them, don't think good of them anymore. And it's not like I want to think bad about people. I'm just like, I just think anybody who's so into themselves, like, you don't want to give them your time of day because they don't worry about anybody but themselves. They worry about how they feel, you know, and it's just not worth it. Like they literally never feel sad about much. Some people are like that. They are just very, like, I always want to think good things about people. And, like, I always want to think the best of people. But when you get down to it, selfish behavior is just that. And you think about, like, what is the worst that you've ever felt, like, in an interaction with a person? Gauge, and I hate to say that, I don't want to be by worst, but just gauge any interaction by, how did that person make me feel, like, when I just, like, wanted to talk to them, like, as a friend, and, they're just too busy, but they want to talk to you at certain times. I'm just like, no, that's not friendship. So I think nobody's better than anybody else. They probably think it in their little minds, but that's fine. They can go think it. They're not. You know, people think that they're better than others. Really need to reevaluate how they assess things. And this is the only thing about the pandemic. I feel like a lot of people are getting a little too into themselves lately because they're like, well, first off, people are very saying that they're worried about other people, but I'm seeing less of that. Like, I had an Uber driver tell me the other day, he only looks out for number one. I'm like, okay, that's great. Maybe that's California. People used to get mad at things that people said about California, but some of it's kind of true. Like, there are certain behaviors, like being less neighborly, whatnot. I'm not going to even worry about it too much. It's just everything you need to know about somebody, you find out in how, like, the worst case scenario, how they make you feel, what they're willing to let you feel. If they, like, okay, if they're willing to kind of let you feel like you're hanging and, like, well, you don't see things in a good way, but they see things in a very good way. No, like, I don't, like, I'm like, okay, whatever. So I say goodbye to such bad behaviors because we don't need such negativity. Like, I want to be positive, but I refuse to be treated like a second-class citizen by anybody. So I just move on. Like, I don't worry too much about these things. And another thing, actions speak louder than words. Like, look to see, okay, like when you're making new friends, look to see what somebody does. Like, do their actions align with their words? Like, do they say, oh, like this, and this, but do they act upon that, or do they just talk about something? But it's okay, because I feel stronger lately, and I don't have time for such many dramas. So, and it's okay too, by the way. I know some people, those kind of cavalier people, they don't ever have anxiety. They don't worry about anything other than how they're feeling. But just because they do that doesn't mean, the people who feel anxious are less than. I don't know, some people are just very good at just honing in on themselves. But you always have to remember, how did that person make you feel in the worst time? Not the best time, in the worst time. What were they willing, like when you're looking at friendships, what were they willing to allow you to feel like? Were they just willing to let you feel hanging? Like, okay, you have a friend and you try to talk to them and they're like, well, I'm just too busy to talk right now because my life is like more busy than yours. You're like, okay, I get it. If that's the case, then how about it? Like anybody that tells me they have more free time than I do, more this, and this, I'm like, you're weird. Like, focus, like, okay, like, it was always this, that I'm, like, more busy than you, and it's just, like, it's weird. Like, no, don't put up with such silliness, like, in my opinion. I don't know. I guess I just miss the kind of friendships that I made in college with people years back, where it was more genuine, and I just haven't run into really, really good core people like that for a while. I actually, a few months back, I did start making friends with one lady, and she seemed really nice, but she also too seemed like, I don't know, she was always focused on her own things. But it's just hard to meet like a really good core group of people. And I think that's one thing, like, you're not going to run into it too often. I have like my one friend from college and some of my high school friends. I can meet new people too every day. I'm just like,